Monarch, Legacy of Monsters star Wyatt Russell has had several opportunities to work alongside his father Kurt over the years, but the younger Russell insisted on establishing himself on his own first. On the Chris Black and Matt Fraction-created Monarch, the father and son duo share the role of Lee Shaw, a U.S. Army colonel and one-time Monarch agent who's been tracking the emergence of MonsterVerse titans since the early 1950s. The two Russells put a great deal of thought into their portrayals in order to ensure that Kurt's version of Lee in 2015 felt like a logical extension of Wyatt's character from the 50s. Ultimately, the 37-year-old Russell is glad he waited as long as he did to collaborate with his father. Starting out, I just wanted to do something that was my own. I've now been doing this for 15 years, and I wouldn't have been able to do something like Monarch 10 years ago, Russell tells The Hollywood Reporter. So this felt like a time where I could go, you know what? I can stand on my own here and actually be an addition to Monarch in a way that I wouldn't have been able to be at all 10 years ago. Young Shaw begins the MonsterVerse spin-off as a military escort for Dr. Keiko Miura, Mari Yamamoto, in the Philippines, and they eventually form a Titan-tracking triumvirate with Keiko's future husband, Bill Randa, Anders Holm. The trio not only earned the backing of the U.S. government's secretive organization known as Monarch, but they also gained quite a bit of control over the Godzilla-chasing operation. However, in the recently aired 6th episode, Terrifying Miracles, it was revealed that prior to Keiko and Bill's union, Shaw and Keiko first had feelings for each other. And Shaw, instead of tending to Monarch bureaucracy per his teammates' wishes, followed his feelings for Keiko to a mission in Japan, jeopardizing their command over Monarch and likely any chance of a romantic relationship. Wyatt Russell says he's just grateful that he and Yamamoto had the ability to explore these characters in a deeper way, something the prior MonsterVerse films haven't really had the runway to do in a meaningful fashion. There's a romantic element to it that was so fun to play in a Godzilla movie, and it added depth of character in ways that you don't normally get the time to do in a monster movie. You just don't get the opportunity, Russell says. Russell will soon be gearing up for Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts alongside his Lodge 49 director, Jake Schreier, and a who's who of actors including Harrison Ford, Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, Stephen Yeun, and David Harbour. Russell believes that his character, John Walker/U.S. agent, still has a long road toward redemption after the events of The Falcon and The Winter Soldier. There's so much to play with John, and there's so much more to do with John. I'm so lucky to get to work with the kind of talent that I'm going to work with when Thunderbolt starts up in March or April, Russell says. It just feels like we're going for something that has depth and something interesting to theorize about beyond just flying around and doing superhero stuff. Below, during a recent chat with THR, Russell also explains why his short-lived AMC series, Lodge 49, is his most cherished project and one that even his father would love to see revived for a third season or movie someday. So did they approach you and your dad at the same time? Or did they first test the waters with just one of you? We were trying to figure that out. We have the same agent, so I believe Darren Baghajian called me first and was like, there's this thing. What do you think your dad would think? I think that's the way it happened, but I can't really remember. So Monarch had the casting idea, and then they basically called us both at the same time and were like, would you guys be into this?